Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Balls Not Court Podcast. Got Cortez Paul here. Got Kevin Carter as usual.
What's
Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
And we have a special guest here. He's been here before, but let me go ahead and give him his introduction. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, back to your Balls Not Court Podcast. The one and only, Mr. John Nord. Give him a round of applause. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Every time I hear the music, all I want to do is go,
Woo! All right.
That's by popular demand.
Hey, welcome back, Mr. Orr. How you doing, sir?
Oh, good. Glad to not be a grown up with 2 full-time jobs and a full-time college schedule for a few weeks. And I'm telling you, man, if they would have told me at 30 years old going to college was going to be hard, I'd have focused more when I was there the first time.
How was your trip how'd you enjoy your vacation?
Oh, it was great, man. I just went back to work yesterday. I needed a vacation from the vacation, so I took the 3 extra days once we got home. 5 parks in 7 days is a challenge. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that.
And one of them was really a challenge. That Sunday was killer.
Oh,
He had to deal with some other buffoon walking around with him. It was terrible.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I was going to come, but I thought it was going to rain.
And it didn't.
And it didn't. It looked pretty good in Orlando when it was still looking like Seattle and Jacksonville.
It was beautiful.
So Kevin came up like, yeah, the weather was pretty good, so I don't know why you didn't come, but
you missed a good time.
I did, man.
Yeah, we had a blast. It was good to see him. It was good to see John. It was.
Yeah.
We always had fun.
Good deal. I'm kicking myself. I wish I could have got down there, but I was just like the weather. I didn't feel like walking around a theme park, the weather being so bad. But obviously, Kevin and John said the weather was good. I missed a good time, so definitely next time, buddy.
It was fun.
I will.
Worst part of the day was having to walk around and see if I could find Austin some shorts.
What you think?
They sold no boy shorts anywhere in that park.
On the bright side was that we didn't have to wait 2 hours to meet Frozen characters.
Oh, thank God.
That's a win. Grandma and the wife took care of that for my little one, so I got out of that one.
Yeah, we ran. What did we go to? Oh, we went on the mine train. Big Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. Yeah. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Why, they were waiting on big characters dressed up as chicks from Frozen.
Nice. All right, well, I mean, there's been a lot that's been going on in Kevin's life and John's life and whatever life I have, I guess it's...
And they were yelling about the 2-hour wait for it. You know what I told them to do?
That?
I told them to let it go.
Kevin with the puns.
And now they're making a second one.
Nice. All right, well, let's...
Yeah, isn't it called Frozen 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Frozen 2... She grasped it again.
No joke, man.
He held on to it.
See, oh man.
I did buy Walt Disney's book, How to Beat a Dead Horse, like no other horse in history. I can't wait to read it. Once again, folks, this Balls in Our Court podcast will not be sponsored by the Walt Disney World Resort anytime soon.
No.
Tinkerbell will not be flying over our logo anytime soon.
Oh, man. All right, so let's go ahead.
One of us does work
for the Mighty Ducks hockey team anymore.
I'm about to say, you work.
One of us does work kind of, sort of for him, so we
can't talk too bad about the mouse, right?
No.
Remember South Park, man? He come in and started wrecking stuff, so...
You're retarded!
So, yes, let's not rag on the mouse too much. Kevin,
we're shutting you down!
we got an employee with himself. All right, well, there's been a lot of movement going on as far as the NFL free agency.
At Disney? Wow, a lot of movement.
Disney too.
I'm just kidding.
Definitely, some of these players that been moving to team and with new contracts and probably going to Disney pretty soon. Rightfully so, because they all deserve the money, and we all were discussing and try to dig into this as well. But, we're going to name just some of... I'm going to just go through some of the list. There's a lot more, but I'm just going to go through the ones that we highlighted.
The first 20 minutes of free agency this year was
weird.
It was the craziest I've ever seen it. Ever. It was.
There should be a lot of teams being investigated for tampering.
Very much.
Holy crap.
Very much so. Very much so.
So, but I'm gonna go down the list here, and we'll discuss some of these here. Ndamukong Suh signed with the Miami Dolphins for a mega contract, 6 year, $114 million, $60 million guaranteed. Tampa Bay Buccaneers signed Bruce Carter, former Cowboy, $20.5 million for 4 years.
Funny story, he is actually from the city I live in right now, Havelock, North Carolina.
Is he really?
He is actually from Havelock, North Carolina.
Where'd he
which
go
is funny because it's a small town of about 22,000 people.
Huh.
Nice. All right, just to highlight a couple more. Trade I have Sam Bradford trade for the Eagles for Nick Foles. Kevin laughed at that. Andre Johnson signs with the Colts with a 3-year, $21 million. Devin McCourty signs back with the Patriots, 5-year, $47.5 million.
That sucked.
Darrelle Revis went back to the team that drafted him, the New York Jets, for 5 years, $70 million. Randall Cobb signed back with the Packers, 4-year, $40 million.
That sucked too.
Frank Gore reunites with his Miami teammate, and he signs with the Colts for 3 years, $12 million. Jeremy Maclin left the Eagles and went back with his old ball coach in Kansas City, 5 years, $55 million. And Julius Thomas comes down to the South, well, the north of the South, to the Jacksonville Jaguars. 5 years and $46 million. Left the Broncos. Now he's going to be a Jaguars. And I first want to say I wish him the best. I'm not one of those salty Broncos fans.
He's not bitter.
Wish him the best, so.
He's not Shannon Sharp.
No, I'm not Shannon Sharp. I'm not Mark Slarev. I am not Zach, our buddy Zach Stone. You know,
so much bitterness.
But anyways, a lot of movement here. And Kevin, matter of fact, let's start with John. What's your thoughts about this whole movement going on as far as the free agency here?
Oh, there's a lot of ones that caught my eye. First of all, the Indianapolis Colts released Reggie Wayne, who about 13 years in the league, and they turned around and signed Andre Johnson. It left me scratching my head because Andre Johnson has been hurt. He's going to a place where, again, they play on AstroTurf. Andrew Luck has been known not to throw the safest ball. Mm-hmm. That's what left me scratching my head. Darrelle Revis, $70 million. Now, if I'm to remember correctly, he was the one that said he would never go back to New York after he left. Well, apparently never didn't have $70 million attached to it. I was glad to see Devin McCourty stay where he was. It was odd. Nick Foles for Sam Bradford left me scratching my head, that trade. Either Chip Kelly is a football mastermind or a buffoon. I don't know which way to look with Chip Kelly. He's either going to break the bank and hit pay dirt, or he's going to be picking number one next year. There's going to be no middle ground with the Philadelphia Eagles. That one leaves me scratching my head more than anything. Why has it became when a coach takes over a team, the quarterback that's there is not their quarterback, so they don't want them? If you look throughout the last couple of years, Jim Harbaugh took over in San Francisco, and almost immediately Colin Kaepernick was put in. Mm-hmm. Chip Kelly was there for 2 years. Nick Foles was not his quarterback, so now he's trying to find his quarterback. You can relate Greg Schiano in Tampa with Josh Freeman. Gus Bradley went out and got rid of Blaine Gabbert for Blake Bortles.
Thank God.
Joe Philbin went and got Tannehill. Every time they get a new coach, you can almost assume a new quarterback is coming. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this is. I don't know why Nick Foles was not the guy in Philly. That's one that baffles me. You traded a guy who had a Pro Bowl year 2 years ago. Had this year, was playing steady this year, had the collarbone broken, missed the rest of the season. You traded him for a guy who's missed the last 2 seasons with knee injuries. Philadelphia's got me scratching my head. And then they turn around and sign DeMarco Murray today.
And Matthew.
DeMarco Murray, 5 year, $40 million.
And Ryan Matthew.
3 years and $12 million. Kevin, which sign surprised you? And I mean, we'll get into the Eagles and 49ers here soon, but we'll discuss them. But I mean, which sign surprised you as far as this about to pull this list?
The biggest surprise, I think the biggest surprise was DeMarco Murray going to, of all places, Philadelphia. That one surprised me a lot. His agent was using Jacksonville and Oakland to try to get the Cowboys to come up on their price because he really wanted to stay in Dallas. So he was trying to get them to come up on their price. Neither at Jacksonville or Oakland was budging from their set price that they had, which I commend them for. If they felt he wasn't worth it, don't do it. Apparently, they must have drove up Philly's price because Philly went all the way up to $8 million for him, which is insanely crazy.
I think it was a personal thing.
Yeah, but I don't really think – I don't think – I could see where he's going to take it personally that the Cowboys, they're not going to take care of me, so I'm going to show them I'm going to go back to Philly and stick it to them because we play them twice a year. But he wanted $8 million a year, and he ended up getting it.
Gotcha.
I just think he used everybody else to drive up the price, and somebody was going to end up giving him what he wanted.
In regards to the Dallas Cowboys, let me ask you this. I know it's a long way away. We still got the NFL draft, and we still got some other things pending. How well do you see a numbers drop with Des Bryant and Tony Romo, knowing they don't have the safety valve and DeMarco Murray behind them? Do you see a number? Do you see maybe a numbers drop there? Mm-hmm. Like this move affects Dallas more than they want to admit?
You won't see a numbers drop because you'll probably see an increase in their numbers, especially passing and throwing and everything, because they won't have DeMarco Murray.
But they don't have the option of you got to account for Murray. You got to watch the draw play.
The key thing they still have is that offensive line. The offensive line is their key thing. What Dallas will probably do is at the end of the first round where they're drafting, they'll probably draft one of these big-time running backs that are coming out of college.
Gurley or someone of that nature?
Gordon or Melvin Gordon or Gurley or Abdullah Oblongata, whatever his name is from
Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, that guy from Nebraska. Did I call him Abdullah?
Yes, you did. You like close enough, right?
They got all them teeth, but no toothbrush. But yeah, they got those guys. So that's their key thing is keeping that offensive line intact, which they still do.
Yeah, and they signed Doug Free back, 3-year, $15 million, so it's a good move for them. Mm-hmm. If it was a move that surprised me was Darrell Reed was going back to the Jets.
Yeah,
that surprised me. You just got done winning the Super Bowl. If I thought you were going to go somewhere, I thought you were going to go play with your old coach in Buffalo with Rex Ryan. But, I mean, I can't blame you. You got to take the money when it's guaranteed.
Yeah, you see who else signed with them? Now they have the combo back again.
Antonio Cromartie,
they have the combo back again in New York.
And, gentlemen, we're overlooking one of the biggest what-the-hell moments in the free agency. Jimmy Graham, anybody?
Oh, yeah. Jimmy Graham.
I'm happy I don't have to deal with him for two games a year. But after what the Saints went through last year to keep him, they sent him to Seattle for Max Unger?
Yep.
See, that confuses me because the part of the problem with the Saints was their defense. Their offense was still pretty solid. They just couldn't stop anybody. Well, I understand he's an asset, but you can't get more for Jimmy Graham than that.
It's going to start moving. They're going to start moving on. Next up, you'll see Drew Brees.
Whoa,
who's already pissed.
Rumors of floating Drew Brees in Tampa yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That was a rumor for a little while that Drew Brees might have been a deal going to Tampa.
Because New Orleans wants the number one pick.
No, they wouldn't just late draft picks just to get rid of that contract.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with Drew Brees, John?
No. Why would I he's a good quarterback, but why would I release a 35-year-old journeyman to sign a 37-year-old?
Yeah.
If we're going to be scraping they're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel. Let's do it while we're young and try and build. Don't get a